Hey guys, please excuse my hair. I do not know what to do with it. I will cut it soon. It's not, there's basically no curl to it now anymore, at least in the tips. It's too long and it's weighed down. What I really want to talk about is traveling abroad and buying stuff. As There's certain things that are obviously cheaper to buy abroad. Whatever comes from that country will obviously be cheaper in that country. Or if it comes from Europe, it will be cheaper in Europe. So what I have done, I went to Paris a couple of years ago with my mom, and as I mentioned in one of my videos, I bought the Chanel Jumbo, and it was 4,750 euros. As compared to here, it is $5,500 plus 7% tax that we pay in New Jersey. So it came out to be almost $1,000 difference. Um, the euro wasn't that strong back then. It was at 1.1, 1.11. Currently, it's 1.6. It might change in the next few days, but so I ended up saving money, and if you are planning a trip to Europe, you will probably save more money than I did because if you're interested in buying a Chanel Jumbo, the purse is still the same price. It hasn't changed since they haven't had a markup since 2014. So the purse is still the same price as when I purchased it, and plus you get at least 10% in returns from the VAT. I will leave a link in the description bar. It's basically whatever country you go to, you can put the country as well as the amount you're planning to spend, so that you can kind of have an idea of of how much money you're gonna get back. Of course, this is only valid for items. It's not valid for hotels or restaurants, aka services, and certain clothing items it's not available for. You have to spend above a certain amount in order to get the VAT refund. So as I mentioned, I bought that purse over there. So if you're thinking of buying an expensive item, just go. Right now, it's absolutely the perfect time to go since Brexit happened. Their pound is low right now, and the euro is obviously low, as I mentioned already. A few things that you can also do in order to be prepared to make the purchase is get a credit card with no transaction fees. After going to Chanel and purchasing that bag, my my Chase card got declined. So other than that being embarrassed, I also noticed that I had a ton of foreign transaction fees, which I was not happy about, but I didn't notice it since I always check on my phone. But this time I happened to check on the computer, and it was foreign transaction fees everywhere. Um, so Capital One, if you do their online banking, they actually don't charge foreign transaction fees. But if you happen to use the card in an ATM and the ATM charges you something, they will not recognize it, so you will have to pay. They will not replenish that amount back onto your card. And I was reading on NerdWallet that Charles Schwab Bank actually, if you do an ATM transaction and you're charged extra for using that ATM, they will um, give you back the money that the other bank charged you. So I think that's cooler, and I might look into taking out a Charles Schwab card before going on vacation because I want to save my money. But that's one thing. And just make sure whenever you go into a store, if you're gonna purchase something that you might actually receive a VAT return, just carry your passport as or a copy of it if you don't feel comfortable carrying that around, because it is necessary if you're gonna make a purchase and you want VAT return or it's applicable to the item. So I purchased the bag in Galleries Lafayette. So the lady at Chanel gave me the information. I'm not sure she gave me the receipt. I think she gave me the receipt, and she told me to go downstairs and to get the VAT return, to get paperwork filled out. So I went downstairs. Just be aware the first place that you might be sent to might be where all the Asian people go and get their VAT returns because they have a separate area, since there's a lot of Asian people who purchase really expensive items when they go to Paris, since it's really expensive in Asia. So I was sent to that part to get my VAT refund there, or to do the paperwork there. But someone else told me, oh, you're supposed to go by the shoe area because this is only for Asian people. And so I went by the shoe area. I think it was one floor down, and a nice lady helped me out. She filled out the paperwork and handed it back to me. So with that paper, if I find mine, I will include it. But with that paper, you take that to the airport. You want to arrive to the airport a little bit earlier, maybe half an hour earlier, just in case they get say 2 hours or so. But I arrived just a little bit earlier, and I was able to make the line to go to use the machine. There, they will scan the machine will scan the paperwork for you to see if it's accurate, and then you have to go um, to a representative, and they will make sure that the transaction is valid and that everything is in order. Just in case, if you're thinking of purchasing an item in Paris and in the EU and getting your money back or getting VAT return for the item has to be unused just in case they check it and with you at the moment that you go to the representative, because they might request to see it in order to approve the VAT refund. So if the item has been worn or is not currently with you, you will not get the VAT return. So just make sure you have the items with you. And yeah, it's very easy. It didn't even take more than 15 minutes. I think the line wasn't that long, and everyone was very helpful. And if you're just thinking of maybe traveling to Europe this year, do so, because Brexit is going on. The dollar is extremely strong at the moment, and you're going to get more bang for your buck. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and save some money.